Well, like everything in life, there is a pro and a con. I've done videos about the pros and the cons of owning a home, the pros and cons of living as a nomad, living on the road. And so, after 7 days of living in a hotel, I want to share some things that I have surprisingly found as a pro and as a con. And as of now, I plan to be here for about 30 nights. I got off the road to reflect, to get some comfort, and to evaluate my next step in life. And the number one pro with living in a hotel is the flexibility. Um, as long as there's a vacancy, you book it, you select how many days you want to stay, and it's done. And if you want to leave early, you leave early and it's done. There is no renting process, okay, where you have to meet the landlord, go through the walkthrough, go through the application, maybe put down a deposit or whatever it may be. I mean, there's a whole process. Certainly with home ownership, there's a mortgage, or even if you're going to buy cash, there's a 30-day or so process. So the in and out flexibility, which I loved about car living, still do, and I'm technically still a nomad. Flexibility is the number one pro. Stay as long as you want, leave as early as you want, and that's a great thing. The number one con, okay, is it costs more than renting. It costs more than the average stay at an Airbnb. Okay, so those are the top two, and we're going to talk a little bit more about them. Frank and Kat, love to you. Great to see you on the live chat. Twister, what's up, man? How are things going? Yeah, overall, day 7, living in a hotel, good, because I know the area. I like the area. That's the other part, right? Like, if you're living in a hotel in an area you don't like, it's going to suck. It's going to be all cons. To me, there's really two purposes of my stay. Number one is to, again, get out of the elements, or at least have a place at the end of the night. I don't like to spend most of my day in the hotel. I usually use the hotel for a nighttime place to rest, temperature control, and that's pretty much it. But it's in a good neighborhood where I want to be, by the beach. So that make me simulate if I lived here without the commitment of living here. Infinity, what's up, brother? Infinity, keep pushing forward on your dream, whether it's to buy that travel trailer or whatever. Why? Because you have to live life and you have to experience life. Great to see you, brother. My man, Suitcase and Gas Money, journeyman electrician, all the way from the West Coast. Andre from New Jersey, great to see you, brother. Great to see you. So another pro of living in the hotels, everything's included. Like I say, the con is the cost is more, but everything's included, from utilities, okay, to toilet paper, to ice, to the TV, to cable, to a refrigerator, to a microwave, to a bed, to all your furniture. See, a lot of people overlook that. It's like you get a place, you got to furnish it. You get a place, you got to get maybe a refrigerator, a microwave, a TV. You got to get toilet paper. You got to get sheets. You got to wash the sheets. Everything's included, including your laundry, including maid service, including a pool, including a gym, including complimentary breakfast at the place I'm at. So you can say, $99 a night for a long-term stay is a lot. But then when you consider you're not paying for any toilet paper, any breakfast, if you wanted to just eat breakfast here, you're not paying for the maid, you're not paying for the pool. You could justify us to a certain degree the cost and say, you know what? It's a pro. Everything's included. I'm not liable for it. I'm not responsible, and I leave whenever I want. That sounds like I like that. Yeah. Adam, great to see you, brother. Shout out to Michigan. Shout out to you. Keep smiling. Pushing forward one day at a time. The beautiful Bree. Currently, I'm on my walk. Going for a walk is the biggest ingredient of a good day. Even if you had a bad day, the only way to get out of that stress is to go for a walk, keep your blood flowing for physical health and for mental health. Go for a walk and keep walking till you can't walk no more. To get my exercise, and clear my mind. Totally agree. When I look for home bases, one of the number one requirements is they're an area that I can walk in the community. And I do feel regret that I missed out on the condo. I think it would have been a good fit, but can't go backwards. So I am learning through my hotel stay the area even more, and I'm getting a feel for it. Look, if I woke up in this area every day, how would I like it? And so far, it's a pro. Jesse, Jesse, my first ever member. Jesse, we crossed over 20,000 subscribers yesterday, and I want to thank you. You were my first ever member. And so that's part of love and appreciation. Jesse, dang Sam. I hope you have a soft luxury sheet. It's as luxury as you get. My original stay was in a king suite. Now I'm in a double queen suite because I'm in a long-term stay room now. But the sheets are top notch. The bed is top notch, and it's all included. You know, a king size bed, a queen size bed, a top notch one, easily be 2, 3, 4, 5 grand. Then the nice sheets, then to clean them. All I'm doing is I'm showing up, I'm paying. Okay, pay your credit card, whatever. I paid my credit card off every month, and that's it. Now again, it's high, but it includes everything. Pro, pro, pro. Just your luxury sheets all around, and the maids to deliver them. I am happy for you. Well, I'm thankful for you. I know trading has its ups and downs, and I know it's mentally painful. But all I can tell you is I appreciate you, and all I can tell you is you're a fighter. You're a survivor because you made it this far. And remember this: whether you have a good day or bad day, get to the beach. Remember this: if you have a good day or bad day, go for a walk. Whether you have a good day or bad day, try to exercise. Whether you have a good day or bad day, do some things that you want to do no matter what. Why? Because even if it was a bad day and you did some things that you wanted to do, even if it was a great day, you made the most of your time. That's a pro. My man, Andre. Sam, give a shout out to my daughter, Angelina. Thanks. Angelina, shout out to you and your father, Andre. May you enjoy Central New Jersey, whether you decide to go to Rutgers, Middlesex County College, whether you go to Montclair State University, whether you go to St. Peter's. I've been to those colleges, and what I can tell you is shout out to all the chicks in college in New Jersey, okay? But what I can tell you is this: when you're a young woman, enjoy dating, enjoy life, but don't have kids till you're at least 25. But you got to experience life. You're going to go through some disastrous relationships. So there's nothing I can really say to make you avoid life. But all I can tell you is this: um, enjoy your life. Stay away from drugs if you can. Stay away from alcohol if you can. I mean, I had alcohol when I was young. I smoked weed when I was young, so I don't want to be a hypocrite either. Okay, so you may have to do a little bit, but stay away from the hard stuff definitely. Stay away from bad crowds. And this is the bottom line, Angelina. When you are in that moment, okay, whether you have to decide if you're going to jump in on a fight, if you're going to cross the line, if you're going to give in to peer pressure, well, what I can tell you in that moment, whether you're at a Motel 6 on New Year's Eve, whether you're in the back of a club getting ready to get into a scrap, or whether you're getting ready to give a blowjob to your best friend's boyfriend because you want to be spiteful to her, what I can tell you is walk away. Angelina, you listening? I don't care if you're 8 years old. You got to listen to this. When you're getting ready to cross the line, this is what I want you to remember. Walk away. Why? Because I know a lot of great, smart people, men and women, and me too, almost got caught up a few times, grace of God, that it is the lack of walking away that destroys their life. It's not the devil. It's not politics. It's most times, it's the lack of walking away. So if you said, Sam, what's something you would tell the youth? I would tell them, if you can, walk away. And remember, when you get to adulthood, show up at your job, stay away from hard drugs. And if you can figure those things out, shit, you'd be pretty good. Now, look, if you get caught up in drugs, if you give a blowjob to the wrong person, does that mean you should be hopeless? No. Do the best you can where you're at, okay? Because we all get caught up, okay? But I got to share what I've seen. But love to everyone struggling. I was talking to a guy today. We knew a guy who we had worked with. He got into his 50s. Very smart guy, good-looking guy, very suave, smart politically. But he had some family problems. Then he had a knee surgery, and he got hooked on pain medication. And then basically, in one sense or another, he OD'd. So it's like once the drugs get a hold of your mind, even great smart people, it's very hard to beat it. So I don't look down on anyone, but you got to have boundaries. Okay, if you don't have boundaries, you might as well get a tattoo on your forehead that says "fart on me," "shit on me," and I don't want room service. I basically am just here to be your toy. Okay, and so what I can tell you is the pro of living in a hotel is, guys, I don't even clean the toilet bowl. Okay, the con of living life without boundaries, you are the toilet bowl. Okay, people take a dookie on you every day. Okay, so what I can tell, I know some people into that. R. Kelly was into that. I went to an R. Kelly concert in New Jersey. Shout out to R. Kelly and Nas. R. Kelly and Nas, great concert. R. Kelly was the greatest R&B singer of my time. Okay, now I'm bigger than R. Kelly. I'm more successful than R. Kelly. I'm getting more girls than R. Kelly. You know what R. Kelly is right now? He's locked up, broke. So what I could tell you is this: whoever thought I would be bigger than R. Kelly? Okay, but I believe I could fly. I believe, okay, that if you live life on the down low too much, what goes around comes around. Okay. So what I can tell you, I don't know if you're listening to any of this, okay, but all I could tell you is that this is good content. This is very good content, guys. Okay, because I don't know if you want to see another van build. Okay, I don't know what you want to see, guys. Okay, but what I can tell you is this: I'm dropping some gems on that ass. Okay, and I hope it's helping you. Yeah, shout out to my man Hal. He knows what that hotel life is. There's a lot of pros. There's some cons. But all I can tell you guys is day 7, so far for the win. We're going to go into more pros and cons. Let's go back to live comments. Suitcase and gas money. Does your window open, Sam? Great question. You're at a different spot, I assume. Hold on, 199 super chat. What I can tell you is this, my man Infinity. Prayers, you find your spot, brother. You know what, Infinity? You've been so gracious to me, and I'm so thankful for you, man. Nothing but love and support, and I support you mutually with your journey to sell your spot and to travel in a travel trailer for a season of your life. Would I recommend someone sell their condo and travel? Yes, definitely if they're not in the area they want to be, and 2 is if they're in that season of life. Okay. Again, I made the videos that the reason I'm selling my house, the reason I'm hitting the road was because for me, I wanted to get to Florida, cut my bills in half and live a more simple life. But that doesn't have to be your reason. You could just want to travel because you've been in the same area, you're not, whatever. So thank you, Infinity. Appreciation and reciprocal support for your dreams. And so I've been thinking about that, finding my spot, and to also answer Suitcase's question. One of the cons of living in a hotel, at least the room I'm in, no windows. I have a window, but it doesn't open. There's a couple rooms in this hotel that have balconies, but they're like 2-bedroom suites. So I can definitely notice the lack of fresh airflow. I have a fan that helped last night. I brought my fan in for my car. Circulate the air, circulate the air. You know, remember, circulation is key. Remember, when you sit too long, your blood doesn't circulate through your body. Getting up, you feel better physically and mentally because your blood circulates. Same thing with air. There's all movement. Movement is life, okay? So bringing in the fan last night helped. But the one con about a hotel room that doesn't have windows, no fresh air, okay? That's circulated air. And the least you can do is bring a fan, but whatever home base that I may or may not get or whatever, and this is the one thing I like more living in my car, as long as the temperature is good, is fresh air, okay? And then the fan circulates fresh air. But look, when the temperature is extreme, too hot, fan doesn't do much. And the major benefit of getting out of the car is more privacy, less dealing with the public. I'm going to make a video about that tomorrow. Because you need some sanctuary, guys. You know, again, first couple months, first couple years, you're fine. But remember, what is water torture? I can find you the biggest, strongest person in the world, okay? Andre the Giant, whoever. The guy from Green Mile, whoever. If you take that person, as strong as they are, you strap them to a table, and you drop a little water on their head, Not for a couple minutes, not for a couple hours, not even for a couple days, for weeks, months. That little water will break you mentally. And that's what it's like when you live as a nomad and you're constantly dealing with the public. Okay. It's the interaction at the gas station, it's the interaction at Starbucks, it's the interaction at the public park. It's you go to take a dookie and someone knocks on the door. First couple months, first couple years, it's like a little piece of water, okay, dropping on your forehead. After 4 years or whatever, guys, that one knock while you just sat down, you just sat down on a public toilet to take a nice dookie, to Al Bundy it, dream about your life, think about how you're more successful than R. Kelly. And then as soon as you sit down, someone comes, they grab that door, they start knocking. They think that you've been in there for an hour, you just got in here, but they don't know that. Only people that have lived on the road for a long time know what I'm talking about. If you haven't lived on the road for a long time, guys, I understand because I've been there. And what I want to tell you guys, okay, is that the hotel is costly. There's some negatives. The main reason I'm paying for it is to have at the end of the day, shut it down. That's it. That's what your home base for. That's what your RV's for. But the RV's in a campground, RV's in an RV park. You don't shut it down. You're very close. I got neighbors here, but what I want to tell you is this: at a certain point, you got to have some place to shut it down, or else you're getting waterboarded by the public. And now look, you say, well, what if this hotel turns into a disaster? You got a loud neighbor. You get tired of it. Well, one is the neighbors come and go. There's no permanent neighbors. That's a pro. No permanent neighbors here. If there's a leak, there's no maintenance here. And if I really don't like it here anymore, guess what I do? I'm checking out today. What? Yeah, that's what I do. Because like I would tell you, there's a million hotels, guys. There's a million car dealers. There's a million condos. Now, I think I missed out on a good one, but see, remember the girl or the guy you fell in love with, you thought you couldn't live without? Then 10 years later, you see them on social media. They're out of shape. They're ugly. And they married with children. You say, oh, shit, I dodged a bullet. Yep. Okay. Yeah, you dodged a bullet. Okay. They cheated on you with R. Kelly. And you say, how can I compete with R. Kelly? Now, how is R. Kelly going to compete with you? He locked up. What goes around? Didn't he have that song with Sparkle? R. Kelly had a song with Sparkle. I forgot what it's called. He said, you better watch what you do to me. Some shit. I got to look this up, man. Because you better watch what you do. It's going to come back to you. Let me see this. R. Kelly and Sparkle. And I think he cheated on R. Kelly. He cheated on Sparkle with her niece. That was the girl in the first sex tape. R. Kelly and Sparkle. Yeah, be careful. That's the song. I want you to listen to that after this live feed. R. Kelly and Sparkle, be careful. If you didn't listen to anything I said tonight, guys, because I'm only been on for 18 minutes, very good stuff. I want you to watch R. Kelly tonight and Sparkle, be careful. That's the name of the song on YouTube. And what you're going to realize is you better be careful what you do to me, okay? Because what goes around comes around. That's true. Now, that's some true stuff right there. All right, let's take a hydration break. Go back live comments. Click that thumbs up, guys. 67 people watching, 25 thumbs up. And thank you again, Infinity, for your love, support, and gracious super chat. I appreciate it very much. Thank you, brother. I support you in your future, whatever you want to do, because you've been responsible, you worked hard, and you have a right to carve your path. You have a right to explore. You have a right to do whatever you want to do, as long as it's healthy, legal, safe, and you're not hurting anyone. You don't need permission from anyone, so you just do it. Back live comments. I didn't even take a hydration break. I'm getting excited. Adam says, broke up with my girlfriend last night. You better tell her to watch R. Kelly and Sparkle. She will never change. Well, that's damn truth. Single for the win. Adam, you're going to go through I think it's 7 stages of grief. The first breakup is very tough. I don't know if this is the first or second one. The first one never lasts, like Seinfeld told us. But what I can tell you is this: you're going to have to change your number. Because I remember when you got COVID, you made a YouTube video talking about my ex-girl got COVID and she was in the hospital. So that was 2, 3 weeks ago. That was before you came to Florida and then you went back. So if she was your ex-girl a month ago, how'd you get back with her? I know how. You didn't change your number. You know what that's like? It's like taking a dookie and then you don't wipe yourself. You get skid marks, okay, in your drawers, okay, and you try to just spray some cologne on it, and you're like, I'm not gonna wash these. I'm not living in a hotel like Sammy. I don't have room service. I'm gonna just spray my drawers with cologne. Have you ever smelt a funky person who doesn't take a shower but sprays their clothes with cologne? That's what it's like when you have an ex and they still got your phone number. Your life stinks, okay, and you think you masked it by keeping in touch with an ex-lover. And what I can tell you is this, guys, like R. Kelly and Sparkle told us, be careful, okay? Be very, very careful. I love you, brother. I know it's a lot of pain. I've been there. I'll pray for you. My man, Hal, the king of hotels, brother. I'm doing the best I can. Love to you, man. How are you doing on your journey, Hal? Keeping up a rate. Had a bad experience with a Lyft driver just now. Really? Let me read your comment. They were asking too many questions. Well, when you're a good-looking chick, they ask you a lot of questions. I mean, I know what it is, guys. I'm a sex symbol too. I get asked a lot of questions, especially if I was a minor. Yeah. I just decided to walk out of the car and walk to where I had to go. No point of arguing. Yeah, look, for women, it's tough, especially if you look good, because everyone wants to spark up a conversation. And so I don't know if it was like hitting on you or just talking too much. And you got to remember, it's just like everything in life. You don't know who you're dealing with. 90% of Lyft drivers or DoorDash drivers, they're on the up and up. But there are a certain small percentage that, aren't, just like any person in society, any job. But keeping up a break, here's what I want to tell you. The good news is you did the right thing. Why? Because what'd you do? You walked away. Remember what I told Angelina 15 minutes ago? Walk away. You already knew that because you're wise. You're not going to mess up your life. You're not going to mess up your money. And when in doubt, walk away. Why? The worst thing that happened is you walked away. Okay. And so if you stayed, what's the worst you can happen? A fight, shootout, argument, police called, loss of money, loss of life, injury, total disaster. If you walk away, guys, you live to fight another day. And sometimes, okay, whether you're day trading, whether you're dating, okay, or whether you're dodging a psychopath Lyft driver, you want to live to fight another day, okay? So, let's take a skull cap break. Frankencat, that's creepy, Bree. Oh yeah, creepy Joe. How? Hotel life. Oh yeah, we're living that hotel life, man. Marriott boys. Well, there's a lot of different type of hotels out there. Love to you, man. Is that your favorite, Marriott? Someone put in a live comment what your favorite hotel is. D, hey D, what's up, D? Good for you, Bree. Follow your feelings. When in doubt, walk away. Good to see you, D. My man Tim, what's up, brother? Do you have your shots? Laughing, that song. Yeah, I don't remember that song. Do you have your shots? Yeah, I don't know. All I can tell you is this, man. R. Kelly had some classics, man. But you got to be careful in life, man, because you can have all the talent, all the money, all the looks, and if you're not careful, and if you got the wrong people around you and you're doing the wrong thing, even when you're doing everything right, guys, it could still go to disaster, okay? I could have some jealous husband come in here and think I'm someone else, okay? I'm not that guy, but you never know, so. Infinity, thank you again, brother. I appreciate you, man. Very nice to me. Thank you, man. Keeping up a break. Try not to be rude. Yeah, try not to. But remember, Rihanna said, rude boy to people, but I always question everything. I'm the same way. I don't want to trust anyone, to be honest. But I'm not just going to blindly answer your questions. I'm not either. Like some people say, well, Sam, where are you? What's your location? What's your hotel room? I'm like, whoa, guys. I mean, come on. Not going to happen, all right? What do you want though? People want to meet you. Okay, people want to come see you. Okay, so but I understand. I'm the same way. You know. Yeah, guys. I'm in Mississippi. Okay, I'm in uh I'm in Chick-fil-A Vacation Inn room 1519. Okay, come see me in Mississippi, guys. I'm not in Mississippi, but you gotta give them the pump fake. Okay. So how do you score baskets? Sometimes pump fake. Okay. So what I can tell you is this, guys. Never pick up your dribble until you made a decision. Once you pick up your dribble, you can only shoot or pass. When you're still dribbling, okay, you could walk away, okay, you could shoot or pass. Never take away an option, okay? Because once you take away an option, then they trap you. And once they trap you, you're gonna travel or you're gonna do something wrong. Be careful. Um, yep, here goes keep it on break. I rather avoid conflict and keep my mouth shut and remove myself. Well, Bree, 100 emoji because you nailed a lot of what I teach. How? They should open even a pull up. A pull open? What's that mean? They should open even a pull open. What does that mean? Did I miss something? I forgot. I don't know what that means. Expand on that, Hal. Suitcase. Sam. I heard you bring up Teterboro. Yeah, Hal brought that up, I think, one time. And I think Jay-Z said that in a song, the Teterboro Airport. When I worked in Jersey, I camped at the Walmart next to the airport. Yeah. Is that area familiar? Yeah. No, that area is familiar. So yeah, I'm pretty much familiar with all of Jersey, central, north, south. I mean, there's some parts I'm not. I'm not too familiar with west parts of Jersey, but yeah, that whole range. You know, I'm familiar with Jersey and parts of New York, definitely Manhattan, a little bit of Brooklyn, a little bit of Harlem. I'm familiar. How? Ask the front desk. They can change your room. Wow, I got a couple people I may need to. Let them know you are there for a long stay and need air. Well, okay, I didn't think about that. I try not to be a pain in the ass, though. You know, so I think it's a good suggestion. Yeah, he says you won't be bothering them. You are paying for comfort. I gotta see if I build up the spirit to ask. I'm the type of person. Unless there's a major issue, I kind of just mind my business. I'm spending money, so you may be right. I'm going to think about that. That's a good suggestion. I'm going to think about it. Be careful. It's called, yeah, you nailed it. Hal Hard Song, yeah, you nailed it. Hal, that's nasty. Hal stinks like Rocky's apartment. That's true in Philly. Adam, yeah, we had broke up and we got back together. Yeah, the first breakup never lasts. But she really changed. Yeah. But she really never really changed. I know what that is. Yeah. And I asked her to try to help me with my parents. Oh boy. Because she's not working. I love you, man. I'm sorry. The best thing that happened to you right now, man. She's not working right now. And she couldn't even do that help out, man. What I can tell you is like you almost bought a used Class C motorhome, okay, with 200,000 miles. And you thought you was getting a good deal because it was like 15, 20 grand. But that thing was ready for the scrapyard B. So Adam, I know you're in a world of pain. I told you guys I broke up with a MILF one time and I cried for 6 months every night when I went for my walk. And it was only the grace of God that kept me away. But what I can tell you is you're in that same situation where I know you feel a lot of pain. I'm not laughing at that hurt because I understand it. I have empathy. But what I want to tell you is this, you're going to look back a few years from now and you're going to say, I was in love with a stubborn, selfish, unemployed chick. Okay. It's like my man Sonny said from the Bronx Tale. The ultimate test is you get in the car. Okay. Or is you let her in the car, you leave your door unlocked. And when you walk to your door, if she don't unlock that door, if she don't help you, she ain't never gonna help you. Okay. She's selfish. Okay. And that's the bottom line. Dan Diamond, all the way from Flagler Beach, I may be up there soon, we'll see. He dated a stripper in Tampa. He knows what I'm talking about. He goes, hey, Sam, you seem very relaxed and a good vibe. Dan, thank you, brother. Great to have you. Shot to Flagler Beach. I like that area. Okay, now I got to be a little bit further south. But what I want to tell you is The pro of living in a con is I've shielded myself off at the end of the night from the public. Okay. And I don't have fixed neighbors. I don't have maintenance. I don't have liability. I'm paying a little bit more, but everything's included, including the toilet paper, including the bed, including the TV, including the electricity. And what I want to tell you, keeping up a Brie, $2.99, fist pump super sticker. You walked away. You did the right thing. Thank you with gratitude, and you did the right thing. So I want to say tonight that there's pros and cons to everything. But if you can avoid drama, if you can avoid an ex, if you can avoid self-destruction, even if it's just to get through the day without major disaster. I know life's still painful because I sat here and went to do a live feed. I had my ice from the ice machine, right? Guys, I got an ice machine. I ain't paying for that, okay? And I dropped my ice, and I got ice all over my desk. I got a desk. I ain't paid for it. It's all included. And I got upset. I said, God. But I wasn't upset as I was like 2 weeks ago because I've been on the road for 4 years. So, in an all-night gas station doing this, and I'm always dealing with the public. Someone don't get your salad right, someone's in the toilet, you drop ice, you don't have an ice machine right. And what I can tell you is, guys, I don't like paying for stuff, but I like having a little extra piece. So that's the season of life I'm in. Now, look, do I like it enough to commit to a property? Do I like it enough to buy an RV? I don't want to commit right yet, but I like it enough to have the non-entanglement, tax deductible for me a little bit, hotel stay. Okay. Now, this isn't a long-term solution. I don't want to lie to you, but I'm just trying to get through the day with temperature control, sheltered from the public, not paying for toilet bowl, not cleaning a toilet, ice machine. You hear that? Did you hear my AC just kick on? Yeah, you know why I kicked on? Because it got above 70 degrees Fahrenheit. And at night, I put that thing down about 67 degrees Fahrenheit. I got my hoodie on, guys. I'm in South Florida, B. Yeah, I'm in South Florida. Huh? So, what I could tell you is this. Even on Stop at Moonwork, and I've seen her Instagram, she's talking about coming back to South Florida. Why? Guys, she's in Georgia. She was thinking about going to South Dakota. Now, she may go back. I don't know. She may go to California. What's she going to do? I think she's a good hustler. She's a good videographer. But she knows like I know, okay, because she's been around. Ain't no place like South Florida. Okay? Ain't no place. You can try to lie to yourself. Too hot. You don't like this. You don't like that. Okay. But you can, after you've been with the best, you can't go back to an ex. You can't. You even Cali guys. I got some good people. They're making videos from Cali, and my man Dan Diamond, some great viewers from Cali. It's dry out there, man. Okay. It's dry. A lot of wildfires. It's dry. Cactus. Now, some people like it. I respect it. But, guys, I mean, I know I got a hoodie on because I'm in temperature control hotel. That's a pro. But you do know it was 85 degrees Fahrenheit today. You do know I was fully submerged in the Atlantic Ocean. Teal blue ocean. Bikinis everywhere. Okay. You know that, right? So that's the other pro to a hotel. You can stay wherever you want. You want to go South Dakota? You want to go to San Diego? You want to go South Florida? All you got to do is go on your app, make a reservation. You at a house, you can't bring your house everywhere. Now, you can bring an RV, but you got to go RV park, okay? Or you got to stealth camp at a truck stop. I've done both. What I want to tell you tonight, there's some cons to living in a hotel. The pro, you still got the same flexibility, if not more, of car living. Costs a little more, but everything's included, including the maid service. So, what I want to tell you tonight, I know there may be a gas shortage that's getting corrected, but when you live in a hotel, you ain't burning that much gas. Why? Guys, when you buy the beach, you buy Starbucks, where you going? I'm not going too far, okay? Yeah. So I don't know where you going. I know where I'm not going, okay? South Dakota. Okay? Shit. You could say, inspirational nomad. I got some free land that you could have in South Dakota. I said, well, I appreciate that, but no thank you. Okay? Okay. So it's like, guys, some stuff that's free ain't worth it. It's too much of a headache. Okay. So you pay a little bit more sometimes to be where you want to be. But if you're not where you want to be, you paid the ultimate price, your time, your life. I'll tell you right now, guys, I do a live feed every night. And even though I know I'm still looking good, I get older every night. Okay? Yeah, my man Suitcase, walk that ass away. You right. Shout out to you, Kathy D. Well, what I want to tell you tonight, guys, we got 76 people watching, 38 thumbs up. Thank you, Keeping Up with Bree. Thank you, Infinity. Thank you, Dan Diamond, for the super chats. What I want to tell you tonight is that life is about trying to have more pros than cons and not just looking at the price tag. You guys know I look at the price tag, but there's more to the price tag than the surface shows, because I want you to add up everything, and not just financially but emotionally. How do you like, okay, to maintenance your house? How do you like to call contractors? How do you like to look at your property tax, look at your home insurance? How do you like to be obligated to neighbors, deal with neighbors? Now, if you're in a great area, you deal with some of those negatives. But there has to be more pros than cons. Because if you find yourself living a life of more cons than pros, you need to walk away emoji. Like my man Journeywood Jordan used to be from Naples. Now he's in Tennessee. I got nothing but love and respect from Journeywood Jordan. He went to Starbucks today. He saw a sign said, "Be you." He said, "Sam, I thought of you." I said, "I love you, brother." And you guys know I'm not really a West Coast of Florida guy, but Naples and Marco Island, top-notch places. I believe Mike Ditka lives in Naples. And you guys know Dave Ramsey from Tennessee. He helped change my life, to a certain degree. I don't agree with everything, but I love my man Journeywood Jordan. And I see a lot of palm tree emojis, and I appreciate that palm tree and fire emoji. Do you know there's another emoji I want any of my members to put in life? There's a pine tree emoji. Okay? Other than Christmas, or a cactus emoji, other than Christmas, or someone's visiting the desert, how many people really are inspired to give me the pine tree emoji? In New Jersey and South Jersey, it's what they call the Pine Barrens, where there's nothing but pine trees for a long time. That's where the hockey team, the New Jersey Devils, came from, because there was a myth that in the South Jersey Pine Barrens there was this New Jersey Devil. Okay, yeah, look at that shitty ass pine tree. Okay. Journey would join us, but thank you, Journey. So when you name your hockey team after the devil, guys, remember Tampa? Tampa had a baseball team. It used to be called the Devil Rays. Interesting fact. They took the devil off that, and then they called themselves the Rays. And that same year, they went to the World Series. Florida knows, okay, that we got the best colors, man. We got the tropical starburst colors, guys. Look at this. Tropical. Look at this palm tree. Look at this. Do they? One is they don't even sell this in New Jersey. Do you want to see a tropical symbol with those colors and palm tree, or do you want to see a pine tree? Like, do you think they'll ever make starburst like pine barren star? Guys and girls, okay? Tropical is a whole nother way of life, man. Okay? Do they make desert starburst where they're dry, not juicy? Guys, the whole point of it, you want something juicy and sweet, okay? So, I don't know, like, what you're thinking when you say, well, I want to move to the desert. Why don't you buy dry candy? You don't do that, okay? When you say, I love Four Seasons, why don't you buy winter starburst? They don't exist. Have you ever had a peppermint? I've had a peppermint, usually from a New Jersey diner. They're complimentary to try to make you be a little bit happy. Never date a girl that owns a diner. Very entitled. What I want to tell you tonight, okay, is if you own a Greek restaurant, okay, and you give out free peppermints, you know like I know, you're not living a vida loca. Okay. Okay. However, you know like I know, you're not willing to leave the family business to come down south. Okay. You will be selling. You will be selling diner food with subpar dessert for the rest of your life. And what I could tell you is, if you ever find yourself in a diner in New Jersey, whether it's late night because they're open all night, I almost stabbed a guy in the middle of the night after a club in a diner in New Jersey. What I want to tell you is this, guys, okay? Get the hell out of New Jersey, okay, guys? It's a disaster. They're giving away free peppermints. It's a disaster, okay? And let's take a hydration break. I just told you a lot. Backlog comments. My man Adam. I really don't feel a lot of pain. I feel relief laughing. Well, I love you, brother. I'm glad you can laugh. Laughter is good for the soul. And again, the 7 stages of grief take us through different emotions. So right now, you may feel happy and encouraged. And then 2 days from now, you may feel tremendous sadness, regret, and it's not going to be easy, but it's like every other thing in life. You need to detox. Uh, and the normal detox from a physical drug is 5 to 7 days. Whether you're doing heroin or cigarettes, the science is after 5 to 7 days of not doing something, your body physically flushes out all toxins. Okay. So you're physically not addicted, but mentally, you're still addicted. You're used to having your cigarette with coffee in the morning. You're mentally addicted. You know, you get stressed out. You're used to doing whatever drug. Guys, I've been sharing with you guys psychologically how hard it's been, okay, to commit to anything, to buy anything, to do. And I share. See, some people say, well, you know, this is life. I share with you guys everything. Okay, pretty much. And I got to keep some stuff private. But all I can tell you is one day at a time, brother. And go through the detox with a relationship. It's not 5 or 7 days. It's 5 to 7 months with no contact. Every time you make contact with your ex, it's like taking a hit of the cigarette. You just basically got yourself addicted again. And if you still have her number and she still has your number, right now you feel relieved. A week from now, you may get back with her or talk to her or reach out to her. And you'll repeat this cycle. And it's like, you know, keep taking the cigarette. And look, guys, when I quit smoking cigarettes, it didn't just happen overnight. I went through the ups and downs, okay? And it's not easy. The grace of God, hard work. Look, it's not easy to get away from my ex. It's not. Can't even lie, man. But I can tell you this. You got 2 options in life, man. Either you live in a hotel and you don't clean the toilet bowl, or you live a life with no boundaries and you are the toilet bowl. If anyone has just listened to that statement, please put a toilet bowl emoji in the live chat. Toilet bowl emoji. Because when you see the toilet bowl emoji, I want you to visualize your life with no boundaries. And after the toilet bowl emoji, I want you to put the dookie emoji. They do have a dookie emoji. And the dookie emoji, it looks funny, okay? But it's still shit, okay? Yeah, my man Journey with Jordan, he's all over these emojis. Let's go back to the live chat, guys, okay? Because I can basically give you the Bible but by just giving emojis. Yeah, okay. So Jesus spoke in parables. And when they asked Jesus, why do you speak in parables? He said, because anyone who wants the truth, they need to seek it. I'm not going to make it plain to them. For those who seek, they find. Some people say to me, why do you speak in emojis? And I say to you, if people can't understand emojis, then they got no fucking shot. So I'm trying to tell you right now, guys, emojis unlock the mysteries of life. Let's take a church break. Back to live comments. Oh, let me turn my air conditioner up. Hold on. Back to live comments. D. Fox Tower in Connecticut, I believe, and the G Spa. Oh yeah, we got a spa here and everything. That's true. I think that's what you mean. Love to you, D. Thank you again. Suitcase, you preaching tonight. Yeah, the Lord gave me a good word, and I didn't even. I appreciate that. Thank you, man. Shout out to you, Get Suitcase. Kathy, hey Kathy. Hey Sam, what's good? Just doing the best I can. Overall positive day. So when I get a positive day, you know what I do, Kathy? I keep my mouth shut and I try to make the most of it. And when I have a bad day, you know what I do? I try to get to the beach, try to get to the gym, because even if my day sucked and I'm struggling mentally, emotionally, I said, well, at least I did the things that I would have did even if I was happy. Because the worst thing you can do is stay in a hotel, stay in a house, stay in your car all day. And even with this hotel, guys, I don't stay in it all day. I wouldn't stay in my house. I don't stay in my car unless you're sick or very much elderly or something. And even my mom, I tell her, you got to get fresh air. You got to get out of your place, car, house, hotel, and you got to walk and see stuff and get to the beach or whatever you do. Because if not, depression will crawl under the sheets with you and massage your G-spot, like D said. And before you know it, guys, I don't care who you are, you can be broken. Okay. And if you don't believe me, look at R. Kelly. No one thought 20 years ago R. Kelly would be as broken. Guys, I'm the new R. Kelly. Not the bad R. Kelly, as far as like, famous. But I understand life. That you could be the bad R. Kelly. You can be broken. That's why I always tell you guys, gratitude, not entitlement. Because if you think, because you're on top, that you can't go to the bottom, if you think you can fly, but you don't realize you could be grounded, my man, freedom, mobile living, entrepreneur, nomad. What I want to tell you is one of the core things that kind of connect us nomads is the yearning for freedom, financially, emotionally, and to live on our terms a little bit more than maybe the average person. And many nomads have a desire to start their own business. And that's what I would like to see Bob Wells talk more about, because that's what he did. Rather than just like, build out your van. Because freedom, mobile living, that's one of his major goals that he's working on, trying to accomplish, is that he wants to live a more free life, wants to be an entrepreneur. And last time I checked, he was doing pretty good. Freedom. Hello, brother. Staying with my older sister while visiting in Michigan. I get recharging. Stay safe. The greatest asset of the nomad life is flexibility. You want to stay with a family member, you want to stay in a hotel, whatever. Even if you wanted to change things up completely. We need to recharge. We need to do what's best for us in that situation, whether it's stay on the road, get off the road. Because sometimes what I've learned in life, I know people who live in RVs, but they don't move. So are they really free? Like I said, guys, you can get addicted to eating. You could get addicted to starving yourself. Yeah. See, a lot of people don't understand that because they haven't been through both extremes. I have. You could be addicted to food, or you could be addicted to depriving yourself of food. You could be addicted to freedom, or you could be addicted to giving up your freedom. Obsession. It was a cologne, and they had great commercials. You ever remember those Obsession cologne commercials? I think I'm not sure, but what I could tell you is obsession is someone who has not been able to take a step back and evaluate, because they're focused, which is good, but within their focus is a loss of self-control, because you can lose yourself being so focused on something. You can obsess, and that's when you get the Eddie Murphy boomerang. Instead of you being the person who has a lot of confidence, you become pussy whipped, and before you know it, you're not running your life. Okay, you're rolling around your car. Okay, before you know it, you're addicted to something. Could it happen to any of us? Could happen to any of us. None of us are above being broken. None of us. And that's why we need to really think about, what do we need in that moment. Sometimes we need to sell everything and hit the road. Sometimes we need to explore. Sometimes we need to survive. Sometimes we need to build. Never compete with anyone, because someone may be in a different season than you. Like I said, guys, don't be the 40-year-old guy at teen night. Okay, you in a strip club and you're 45. What I want to tell you, guys, I've been in plenty of strip clubs in my 20s. Maybe, I don't know if I was in one when I was in my early 30s, maybe. But I'll tell you right now, guys, if you catch me in a strip club in my 40s, what am I going to do? Request a R. Kelly song? Yeah, because that's my error. Guys, you're hustling backwards. Okay? You can like Illmatic. You could like Reasonable Doubt. But guys, Nas is a venture capitalist now. Guys, Hove is like partnering with Tidal and Apple. They're not living that life anymore. Okay. So what I want to tell you is this: do what you need to do to find balance. Balance is not easy, and it's not attractive. Extreme is, guys, a lot of times what people start watching extreme stuff is very interesting, and you should be interesting. You should be extreme sometimes. That's how you get stuff done. But while getting stuff done, you have to learn at times to take a step back, or else you get caught in the rat race. Even if you're a nomad, have I seen nomads caught in the extreme rat race? Yeah, they're obsessed with solar, they're obsessed with an RV, they're obsessed with changing up their van build outs, they're obsessed with nonstop travel. They travel so fast. Have you ever gone on vacation and not even remember what happened because you traveled so fast? You're obsessed with vacation. All right, let's go back live comments. Thank you, Freedom. Great to have you, man. Suitcase walk away emoji. Excellent job. My man Journey, yeah, palm trees fire emoji. D. Used to live in North Naples. Okay, I didn't know that. Too busy. Yeah, Naples. Well, I'm not familiar. I don't know what. I was in a part of Naples where what's the name of that place? I did a live feed from it. The Venetian. I was by the Venetian shopping center, and I spent a lot of time by that area. There's a nice Starbucks over in the cut. There was a nice walking path. There was a little bridge. There's not too many access points to the Gulf of Mexico, but I got a few. A lot of high-rise condos back there in that area. So that was my main area, by the Venetian. And then I spent some time in Marco Island because I was camping there's a state park right next to Marco Island. What was the name of that state park? I forgot. But it was like $22 a night, at least at that time. A lot of bugs, though, a lot of gnats. I would never stay there again. So Marcos Island, I was there, but it's okay. I like Marcos Island. It was all right, and I like Naples. And I did stealth camp, and there was a couple of WalMarts. They were off that main strip, main highway. I forgot what that was. It was okay, But like I said, once I started going north, and I got like, I don't know, I've been to Tampa and stuff, but yeah, I can't go too far. Even on the East Coast, I mean, I like Flagler Beach. My man did not. East Coast, I could deal with a little bit more, but even East Coast now, I like that southern tropical vibe, man. So love to Naples though. Tim, why am I popular again? Yeah, I mean, when you reinvent yourself and you find your confidence again, you're like Eddie Murphy. You got your swagger back, and that now, who was the girl that used to be married to Mike Tyson? Robin Givens. She basically destroyed your life. Now she wants you back in her life. Why? Because you're popular again, Tim. Every chick wants to get with you. But as soon as they get with you, they lose respect for you. Okay? So you don't need those type of people in your life. You want type of people in your life that they respect you on your good and bad days. Okay? Because if not, all you are is your entertainment to them. Okay? Now, I'm an entertainer, guys. However, I'm not putting up with some disrespect. Okay? Because I'm not like the clown I used to see at the boardwalk where you throw a ball, you hit the target, and the clown goes in the water. And that clown was nasty. There was a clown at the Jersey Shore back in the day. They don't still have them. They would have these clowns. They sit up on this like little seat, and it has an automatic lever that the seat goes down and you get dropped into the water. It's like a pool of water. If the person at the boardwalk throws the ball, it's a game, and you hit the target, the seat goes down. And the clown would basically talk real nasty to the audience to get people angry to play the game. Now they don't allow this anymore. This was like back in the day, okay, in the 90s, early 90s. And the clown would say some horrible stuff. Like, oh, look at your fat wife. Look at this, look at that, okay? Now they wouldn't do that. But guys, people would line up to knock this clown in the water. And the clown didn't care. Why? Because it was all entertainment. Now, some people took it personal. I remember that. So, because you imagine you walk around with your wife got a funnel cake, and the guy said, look at your fat wife, you go crazy, you know what I mean? So, let's take out this. Journey, yeah, the pine tree emoji. What a disaster. Journey, I love you too, Sam. Reciprocal. You are one of my top digital friends. Thank you. Reciprocal. Love to you back. No commitment yet. You know what it is. Me and you on the same page. Thank you. Andre, I love Starburst. I love the tropical ones. Shout out to you and shout out to Angelina, your daughter. D, I got 3 huge pines, do you? And they scare the hell out of me. Me too. Yeah, I thought, look, a pine tree may be, I don't know. I was going to say they may be good for Christmas. But living in South Florida and spending time here, I actually prefer to see Christmas lights on a palm tree than a pine tree. They look very magical. There's boats, there's bikinis. So I don't miss the 4 seasons, not one bit. Good job, D. Kathy. Tropical Starburst. Oh yeah, good job, Kathy. Frankencat, pine tree emoji. Good job, Frankencat. What a disaster. Frankencat laughing good. Journey. Oh, I did a video about the ShopRite Greasy Soup. You remember that, Journey? I know you was watching them. He goes, the ShopRite Greasy Soup shout. You know what it is. My mom worked at ShopRite for a season of her life, and I bagged groceries at ShopRite when my mom worked there. And shout out to everyone who worked there. But you know what it is, guys. It's not Publix. It's not the Fresh Market. It's not Sprouts. D, what is the smell when you cross New York into New Jersey? Dookie. Yeah, Dookie emoji. It's well, there's a lot going on in New Jersey. There's oil refineries, there's paper mills. I worked at a few of those. There's industrial plants. There's huge economic activity. And with all that economic activity, everyone being in a close quarters, there's a lot of pollution because there's a lot of energy and a lot of disposal of waste. So when you have a small land mass, when you have high density of people, when you have a lot of activity, that energy, whether it's pollution from a smoke cloud, a smokestack, which you'll see some because there's a lot of industrial plants there, uh, whether it's that or whether it's just pure sewer plant, you're going to smell more waste because there's more activity. But the good news about New Jersey is, look, I wouldn't have had a good career without growing up in New Jersey. So a lot of people, especially when you get into the political debates, like one troll, I left a comment today. Oh yeah, you love Florida, love it being open and free. Do you miss Trump? I said, well, one is I don't miss Trump. Though it was a disaster. Two, just like Trump, I made my money up north in a liberal state, and then I came down south. Okay, and I took advantage of the business friendly state. But if I grew up down south, okay, I wouldn't have the money back. Okay, all I would have is a Confederate flag and regurgitating what my parents taught me. Okay. So look, guys, I agree with some conservative philosophy. I agree with some conservative states. But I also agree that the majority of money is generated in liberal states. And then they flee, like Joe Rogan, like Elon Musk, like me, like Trump, they flee to tax haven states, but only because they made their money in other states. Okay? So you got to take the good with the bad. Um, Good job. Back to live comments. Oh yeah, we got a lot of good emojis tonight too. Suitcase. Florida for the win, Sam. Suitcase. You know what it is? Suitcase. You live in that dream life, man. Shout out to Tampa. But love teammate. Great emojis, man. Rock on. Guy dancing. Heart 100. Journey nailed it with the toilet bowl. Shout out to Tennessee. Dookie emoji or fire. Tim, toilet bowl emoji. Good job. Freedom Mobile Living. Thank you again. Love and respect and appreciation to you. Twister. Thank you, Twister, for everything. Congrats on the breakup, Adam. I know you said you feel relaxed, but trust me, it gets better. As the days go on, just focus on you every day. Yeah, I appreciate that, Twister. Thank you for your love and support. Like I said, guys, you're going to go through a range of emotions in life, ups and downs, good and bad. But I definitely agree that if you got out of a bad relationship, don't go back. Because just like bad food, once it goes bad, you can't make it fresh again. Okay. There's a timestamp on everything. And once something goes very sour, very hard to make it sweet again, you know. Freedom. Oh, thank you again, brother. Yeah, you're in Michigan. I read this already, but thank you again. You're in Michigan with your older sister, visiting and recharging. The best part about that is non-committal. You can leave at any time, and that's awesome, man. Suitcase, dookie, and toilet. They go hand in hand. D, excellent emoji with that like little, almost like a beach sand box, like bucket. I like that. Nomad toilet. That is excellent. That's a great emoji. That is true. Even though I use the public restrooms and I use a pee jug when I'm in my car. I mean, now I'm in a hotel. Pro is I got a flushing toilet that I don't have to clean. Good job, D. D. Maybe you have an addictive personality. You have extremes. Well, it's possible. I think everyone has a certain personality type. I'm able to go extreme. I've proven that, but I'm also able to balance my life. I've proven that. But I've also proven that I'm human and that I am just honest enough to share the ups and the downs, the pros and the cons, because there's value in being extreme. There's value in being balanced. There's values in everything. And look, I don't know anyone in life, no matter what walk of life, that doesn't have ups and downs, good and bad. So, like I was telling a friend of mine, he was like, "Well, maybe you should talk to this person." I said, "Look, I'm just going through life, and if I ask him enough questions or her enough questions, they're gonna tell me some pros and cons in their life. And what I've learned is we all face life, and that connects us, and that's what should give us a level of empathy. And when I've had to correct myself, part of the correction is I want to be able to be myself and be funny, but I also have to watch sometimes that I'm not overlooking empathy. Because if you just overlook empathy, you've missed the whole bucket, you know. And no matter how smart you are, how successful, that's not good. Good job. Journey. They're obsessed with their cat in Disney World too. Hey man, I'm not mad at them. That's what they like. I know you're talking about, but that's what they like. I am trying to become more understanding. It's not my thing. Um, But it's their thing, you know. And as I get older and I self-correct, I try, even though I have my preferences, I try to say, you know what? If they ain't hurting anyone else, let them do them. D, got engaged. Oh, you got engaged on Marco Island? Hate the place, so I can understand that. That's a bad memory. Thank you for sharing, D. D, Sam, you're full bore in a good way. Well, I appreciate you. D, you've been very much a blessing to me, and I appreciate you. D, I told a woman today in the PO post office, maybe she had a fat ass. Oh, okay. Almost got arrested. Yeah, that'll get you arrested. Yeah, there's no way around that. You can't go around saying that. The Frankencat, the clown wouldn't have to say a thing. I'll throw things at it. Well, yeah, there you go, guys. Yeah, there's some people, guys. They're just looking to get into some shit. Yeah, I understand that. Be careful, man. Walk away. D. I can't think straight when I'm in a relationship. I can understand that. I've gotten, I don't know if I want to say obsessed, but I've definitely gotten over emotional. Blinded by love, you can say blinded by lust, blinded by emotions. Very hard to think straight when you're in a relationship with someone else because you're not just thinking about yourself. Um, it's very tough. Relationships are the number one cause of stress. Money's number two. So, you know, if you can maintain your health, if you can have overall healthy relationships, and if you can, you know, secure a level of income and live below your means, you will not live a perfect life. There is no such thing. You'll still go through ups and downs, but you know, you should live overall good. Now, at the same time, to be fair, uh, you know, life is meant to be lived. So if you want relationships and you know you want to indulge sometimes and you want to even go through failures, you got to live life. You know, we all got about 80 years on average. Some people make it 80, some people make it less, some people make it more. But the average lifespan of the human is 80 years. Really, you don't remember the first 10 years of your life in any type of context, and really, you can't control your life until you're about 20. And really, the last few years of your life, you may not control your life. So, really, what you have is about 40 years to do what you want. And you better decide what you want to do because those days equal years, and you only get 40 of them. So, how old are you now? And you consider that. D, $2 super sticker, cool chat. Thank you, D. Appreciation and love to you. Thank you very much. Remember, the next time you see a nice booty, you take a screenshot with your mind, and then you go home and you look at free porn, and then you say, you know what? I'll satisfy my urge like this. Good job, D. Thank you. All right, guys and girls, I did the best I could. I showed up, spoke some structured things, and I let the creativity also take over. You guys left some great comments tonight. Shout out to all my members. Thank you for all the gracious super chats. I hope that my words either entertained you, inspired you, or informed you, because that's value. And I have gratitude for those who support the channel as members, as viewers, as super chatters. Thank you. Gratitude, not entitlement. And what I can tell you is there are pros and cons to everything. Everyone has their own journey and their own seasons. But at the end of the day, the overall mission is to try to figure out how do I live a life with more pros than cons. You're still going to have good and bad days, but you want to try to have more pros than cons. And even if you're in a bad day, you want to try to get to the beach. You want to try to get to the gym. Because if you're going to have a bad day, at least you can say, I went to the beach, I went to the gym, I showed up at work or whatever you need to do, and I made the most of my time. That is the best life. D, you gave a lot of insight tonight. Thank you, D. My man, Journey. Sam, this is off topic, but I'm wondering what your thoughts are on something. What do you recommend when you start to realize negative traits of your parents in your own personality or lifestyle? Good, interesting question. You self-correct. You remember the visual of an adult bird regurgitating, throwing up in their little baby bird's mouth. The parent birds, how they feed their young is they throw up in their young mouth. So your parents, whether it's a political ideology, whether it's a career ideology, whether it's a sexual ideology, religious ideology, do not let your parents feed you as an adult by throwing up in your mouth. You are not meant to regurgitate what your parents' beliefs are for your life. You should try to show, like I've tried to show, mutual respect and appreciation for my parents. But there's been times, and eventually with my father, there was a major time, and it just added up to too much, where they want to control you or they cannot accept that you're going to go live a different life than maybe what their thoughts are. And I'm not saying they're wrong, but I'm saying you have a different fingerprint than even your mother and father. So whether you believe in God or the universe or the Big Bang Theory, there has to be some reason that out of 8 billion people in the world, everyone has their own fingerprint. If you ever get arrested or if you have to get into a secure location, you have to give fingerprint identification. To unlock your phone, you may have to give a fingerprint. Why? Because it's unique to you. Your parents can regurgitate in your mouth about their politics, about their career advice, about their life advice. But your parents cannot unlock your smartphone if it has fingerprint identification. Only you can. And that is what I would tell you. Hope that helped, brother. Thank you. Love to you.